A vast natural environment that lives and breathes. There are people who live as part of nature in the midst of a magnificent continental landscape. An infinitely rich history spans thousands of years. These people live today as if they have just stepped out of an old Chinese genre painting. Their old ways of life bestow us with the gift of a special journey. This is Zhejiang province in China, a hidden continental jewel. It only takes 2 hours by plane to reach the neighboring country of China from Korea. My destination is Zhejiang province, which is famous even within China for its abundant land and includes both the sea and mountains. Today, I must travel through Hangzhou, the provincial capital, and go approximately 4 more hours by car to reach Duckinchon County, which is known as the most remote area in Zhejiang province due to the high, rugged mountain terrain one must pass through to get there. A dense mist pervades the mountainside. I arrive in Duckinchon County, a land that displays numerous facets once the fog lifts. It is located deep in the mountains and consists of over 700 mountain peaks as high as 1,000 meters. My trip in Zhejiang begins now to search for a village that is said to be hidden deep in these mountains. After driving for quite a long while along the winding narrow road, which barely allows one car to pass, terraced rice paddies appear, and soon a remote village follows. This is Duckinchon, a village that I have really longed to visit. I could only get here after crossing several connected mountains.
Yeah.
40 or so traditional houses color the 1,100 meter above sea level mountainside in a hue of the yellow earth. I can only imagine how the people must have cut and trimmed the mountain in order to take root in this rugged land.
이곳이 수이창의 전통 마을입니다. 아주 아름다운 장면을 보여주네요.
It's like a man-made landscape painting that was drawn upon a huge natural setting. Every bit of earth is precious, so people have planted chili peppers and sesame plants along the paths. These people know how precious this land is. I'm getting very curious about the lives of these people. In the village, where 40 households live huddled cozily together, not a single concrete structure exists. The houses are old and look as though they are removed from the quickly changing world. Narrow alleys, one after the other, lie between them. Flat land must have been rare on such a mountain slope, which is why they had no choice but to build their houses so closely together. Just when I am looking through the village, I unconsciously follow an endearing sound to this place. This little pigsty is where the sound is coming from.
오, 되게 힘 좋네. 또 힘 좋네. 초등학교 다닐 때 그때까지는 농촌에 같이 이렇게 돼지와 닭과 병아리와 같이 이렇게 생활을 했는데 지금은 도시로 이전한 다음부터 이런 소리를 한 번도 듣지 못했어요. 꿀꿀.
Just when I am completely absorbed by the cute tricks of the pig, A mischievous-looking boy is too shy to come any closer, but he keeps posing for us. He is the first resident I say hello to.
Hello, 你好.
Unlike her brother, his little sister swiftly hides behind their mother.
낯선 사람들이 자주 찾아오지 않는 곳이라서 아마 저 아이가 나를 보니 참 약간의 두려워하네요. 경계의 빛을 내고 있어요.
Their grandmother is in the house as well.
你们有几口人呢？
好高啊，多远的可吧？就是多远的，多吓人。
3대가 한 곳에 살고 있습니다.
Duckinchon mostly consists of extended families, as the village lays stress on the bond between family members. But a new family member has recently come to their grandmother's house.
这个什么鸟啊？
不知道什么鸟。
이 산에서 자라는 야생새입니다.
Some birds have built a nest right in the middle of a frequently used path instead of in a corner. Perhaps this is why the mother bird has left her chicks. They say she simply disappeared one day. That is when the children began to take the mother bird's place.
도시에서는 전혀 이런 것을 볼 수가 없는데 참 자연이 얼마나 소중한 것을 잘 여기서 와서 잘 깨닫고 있습니다. 身体健康，希望身体祝你身体健康了。
Daily life is nature itself for these people, and the same for their houses.
모든 것은 자연에서 전부 다 채취하는 것이 특징입니다. 황토는 저 채전밭에서 나오는 것이고, 이러한 돌들은 산에서 자주 보이는 것이고, 이 안에 있는 지푸라기 같은 것은 농사를 짓고 나서 난 작물을 활용하는 것입니다.
These houses of yellow clay get their materials from around the village and stand strong even after its initial construction 300 years ago. Where would you find a house better than this? However, these strong houses are also products of years of the Duckinchon people, enduring and adapting in the harshest of environments. Their lives are disconnected from the outside world, blocked by high mountains and deep gorges. To them, only a life dependent on nature was permitted. Thus, a visit from an outsider is an incomparably happy occasion. There is something they want to show me. After a bit of walking, I discover something between the rocks.
那个什么东西呢？
那个就是土蜂蜜的巢，它就住那个巢就住在那个圆筒里面。
저 암벽 밑에 토종 벌통이 있네요. 오.
Wu Dabo, a professional honey gatherer with 20 years of experience, climbs fearlessly up the cliff. The beehive is located 30 meters high on a dizzying precipice. But Wu Dabo climbs with only his bare hands and no tools or equipment. Regardless how skilled he is, worry consumes me the whole time I'm watching. It has been about 30 minutes since he began ascending the cliff. At last, Wu Dabo stands in front of the beehive. First, he needs to undergo some prep work to get his task done quickly and safely. He sprays smoke at the bees. Then, just as they are about to attack the intruder, they are suddenly pacified. The bees go back into the hive and quiet down. Wu Dabo hurries with his work in the meantime. Seeing how he risks his life to gather the honey, I can see why the honey is so highly valued. Just then,
没事没事，我来。
啊，这个是做什么的？
这专门拿来养生清风的，
啊，这个是植物是什么的？
是艾草的一种吧。
this must be what he used to make the smoke in the beginning.
回了啊，看小心吧。
Wu Dabo must have gotten all the honey. I am told that they have to be particularly careful when climbing down after gathering the honey. Often they lose their footing and fall because of the dense grass. I can still spot some bees between the beeswax. He acquired this golden indigenous honey by avoiding these fellows. I wonder how it tastes. They must have read the longing look in my eyes. The villagers let me have the first taste. Natural honey is truly incomparable.
달짝지근하면서 끝맛이 약간 씁쓸한 그런 느낌 됩니다.
The pristine natural environment of Duckinchon is home to such priceless flavors. For this moment, I too feel like a member of this village and travel through the riches of its natural environment. Back at the village, they extract honey from the freshly picked hive. They use a conventional method by putting the honey through a cloth instead of using a machine to extract it. I'm wondering why they're in such a hurry, but there is a reason.
这么宝贵的东西，谢谢你，啊，这么宝贵的东西，哦，
东西放在那里100年都不坏，
真的吗？
放几年都不坏。
谢谢，好，这个。
That afternoon, the ever-so-quiet mountain village is strangely in a commotion. Everyone, even women who were looking after their grandchildren at home, has gathered at the community hall. Seeing the pig's head tells me that a very important event is about to take place.
哦，周总奶奶那个店里面去
啊，
那就是要祭福，
祭祖啊，
祭奠，
啊，祭奠啊，
对，像我们这里这个那祭奠以后呢，这个天气这么干燥，它就会保佑我们这里那个下雨的，就是能源这个就会大丰收的。
It hasn't rained for several months, so the villagers have all gathered today to have a rain-calling ceremony. It will be held in the ancestral shrine, which enshrines the Dragon King of the Sea. This is not only because Duckinchon residents worship the Dragon King, but Chinese people in general do too.
마을 사람들이 전부 다 사당에 가서 용에게 기우제를 지내는데 용이라는 동물은 원래 불을 가지고 있는 동물이거든요. 그래서 용한테 제사를 지내면 비를 내려준다는 그러한 전설이 있습니다.
Soon, before the ceremony begins, the villagers present all of their offerings to the Dragon King, guardian god of the village. However, the pigs' heads are offered in a slightly unique way.
松柏长青啊，
那个意思是那个松果，就是白松是很长，
长青，
长青，
柏树长青哦。
As a custom that has persisted for hundreds of years, only the men take part in the ceremony. They offer their prayers with hearts full of longing. Have their prayers been heard?
平安。
对，比如说我们今年的这个道格啊、四季庄都丰收，好一个啊。对，我们就是祭拜它，它就会下雨了。
啊。
对，我们这个符很灵的。
A bell rings to signify a special ritual. Along with the toll of the bell, the farmer's band begins to play their instruments. From this point on, it is okay for women to participate. In front of the shrine, village elders practice a special ritual of burning yellow pieces of paper. This is a ritual for the ancestors, not the Dragon King. I wonder what it symbolizes. When the ritual is finished in the shrine, a dragon suddenly appears. The villagers have made the dragon with care and devotion.
용이 상당히 깁니다. 길이는 한 30m 될까? 많은 사람들이 이렇게 즐겁게 참여한다는 것은 오늘 마을에 다른 축제가 있는 것 같아요.
Now, only the final, most important ritual of the rain-culling ceremony remains. After traveling through the village, the last destination of this procession, which includes the dragon that will bring them a rich harvest, is the terraced fields. After saluting to the Dragon King by making a round about the shrine, they continue into a full-fledged festival. But what is this round ornament that leads the dragon at the front of the procession? The magic pearl is a pearl that grants one's wishes. But when we reach the rice paddies, the villagers put me in the place of the magic pearl.
이 마을에서 먼 데서 오는 손님이 그 용을 인도하면 비를 내려준다는 전설이 있습니다. 그래서 저를 이쪽에 용을 인도하는 인도자로 삼았습니다.
How can they be so earnest and full of faith? At a time when the new supersedes the old and fast things outweigh slow things. I too pray earnestly so that the prayers of such innocent and warm-hearted people may be heard. Here exists an untainted landscape and people who are even more beautiful than the landscape itself. My day in Duckinchon comes to an end like this. It is morning in Zhejiang, the most remote town in Zhejiang province, China. Over 700 peaks boast heights of more than 1,000 meters above sea level. Every corner presents a new landscape. I'm continuing with my journey in Nanjianyan, the #1 scenery district in Zhejiang County. The road is so narrow it barely lets a single person pass through. I think we must have taken the wrong road. A frightful rock looks as if it will fall at any minute. However, despite my fears, this is one of the trekking trails in the scenery district of Nanjianyan. I get scared with each step I take in case there is a rock slide. But it turns out that this is one of the popular trekking courses. A waterfall drops ceaselessly in a green forest. It cools the heat from my body in an instant. But there is someone across from the waterfall.
先生，老先生，你好，你做什么呢？
Now that I notice, I'm surrounded by a bamboo forest.
这个竹子很粗啊。
很大的。
很大的。这个叫毛竹吗？
这个叫毛竹。
이것이 중국에서 유명한 그 굵직한 대나무 모죽입니다.
Moso bamboo, which boasts a diameter of 20 centimeters, is one of the thickest and hardest breeds of bamboo in the world. The Moso bamboo of Nanjianyan is renowned for its especially high quality. The alpine terrain slows down the bamboo's growth and makes the wood even firmer. Wang Julun is a farmer from a nearby village, and he sells Moso bamboo during the off-season for a living. He says it pays quite well. If you burn Moso bamboo from Nanjianyan for a long time, it becomes firm like glass. It is a profitable product, as you can make even more money by manufacturing it into cups or plates and not just charcoal. When he is finished with his work, Wang Jilun drinks right from the stream from the waterfall. So I try some too. Nature here is uncontaminated and retains its original state. Amid such nature is the life of a mountain farmer who lives without avarice. I am grateful for this short encounter that allowed me to relax, forget about my busy life. I have been busy in my daily life, and it has given me a bit of freedom, and has reminded me that happiness lies in simple things. Now I'm leaving Nanjianyan for an even more remote town in Zhejiang. Once a road is constructed, a backwoods region is no longer the backwoods. However, a river is obstructing the way to my destination. This makes the way to my next destination a journey through a waterway instead of the mountains.
수청 안에서도 이 강 넘어서 또 하나의 오지가 있습니다. 그 말은 배를 타야지만이 들어갈 수가 있습니다. 你好，去红星坪的船吗？几点出发？马上就走了。马上要走。可以坐吗？
I'm lucky, as few people travel on this boat, and the ferry only operates twice a day. It takes about 1 hour to get to the village by boat. As the ferry enters deeper into the river, a view of dozens of layers of mountain ridges unfolds before me.
좋은 환경이 있으니까 마음이 뿌듯해집니다.
I can spot Hongxingping in the distance. It is my final destination for the day. The village was visible in the distance, but up close it is no longer visible. This is because Hongxingping is situated on a steep mountain slope. The village consists of no more than 10 families. The path leading into the village is also endearing. Oh, here are some villagers.
你好，听说这里的鱼非常干净的，这个水很干净的。
这里是一级那个水源，附近都没有工厂，什么没有污染的，水质很好的，所以才有那些像桂鱼啊、那些金鱼啊、那些对水质要求高的鱼才会有。
He says he might as well show me, as long as we are on the subject.
여기에 7척에 사는 소가리가 있다고 합니다. 그걸 지금 현재 잡으러 간답니다.
We travel along the Uxi River, the village's source of drinking water and its fishing grounds, for a little over 10 minutes. I am wondering why we came to a fish farm when he tells me that this isn't a farm but a natural fish tank to store the fish temporarily.
外面水库里造来，盛放在这里，等有人过来吃或过来买。
Fang Fang says he went out this morning and caught quite a bit of mandarin fish. Even at a glance, I can tell that the tank is full of fish that are bigger than an adult's forearm. He says he is going to scoop some out and serve it to me.
这样就看得清哈。
I am very lucky. I've never had a chance to try this fish in Korea.
소가리는 그 양식이 전혀 되지 않습니다. 그 1급 수에서만 살 수 있는 자연산입니다.
Mandarin fish only live in clean waters. I can guess how clean this water is since there are so many of them.
这里乌溪江水库的水质是国家饮用水一级水的标准。它里面产的那大头也都是国家认证的有机鱼。
While drawing the net with Fang Fang, I discover a fish that makes me disbelieve my own eyes. It has a long bill like a duck's. Is this an actual fish? I can't believe it until I see it for myself. I'm pretty sure it's a fish because of its fins, but I'm speechless.
其实就是鲟鱼的一种吧。鲟鱼一种。
It actually looks just like a sturgeon, except for its long snout. It's also very strong. The paddlefish found in Korea also inhabit only the cleanest waters.
중국을 여러 번 왔다 갔지만 이렇게 오리 주둥이처럼 생긴 야두기는 처음 봤습니다. 진짜. 신기합니다. 이게 처음 봤습니다.
That evening, there is a big fuss in the kitchen. I'm the only guest, but they're preparing a feast. The fisherman couple is still feeding the fire. This oil is also from their own harvest. Why is she adding beer? I'm very curious how the paddlefish tastes, as this is the first time I've ever seen it in my life. It is said that paddlefish meat is so delicious that it melts in your mouth. Next is the mandarin fish. I thought she was sprinkling it with salt to grill it, but it's being steamed instead. Unlike how we prepare it as a spicy stew in Korea, here in Hongjingping, they commonly steam the fish to enjoy its original soft and tender texture. A little while later, just when my stomach is starting to rumble, a generous feast is set. I offer some to the little girl, who must have been waiting for the meal more eagerly than I have. Even with the naked eye, you can see that the meat of the steamed mandarin fish is thick and appetizing. Finally, it's my turn to see how it tastes.
한국 소가리는 약간 매운탕이 좋은데 중국식의 이 소가리들 찜을 하니까 담백한 맛이 나네요.
These people have come together for the sake of a stranger. I will not forget their warm-hearted gesture for a long time to come.